Hey guys, welcome in. Taffany here. And before we get started with today's video, I wanted to make an announcement. It is Monday, March 16th, 2026. And today I have launched my website, tikasgardens.com. And the reason for that is because I get so many questions about what is in the garden. Where did I get it from? Where can I get it? I really need that there. Where'd you get that from? So on my website, I have blogs. I've got my first blog posted today, Monday, and I will be putting out weekly blogs. I also have everything from my home tour, and that's here in the garden: pots, fencing, arbor, bird feeders, whatever the case may be. I'm going to try to put everything in that one central location because I'm always getting questions about things. And so that way you can go there and, click on the link to shop for anything you're interested in. And also, in the videos, sometimes, especially my home tours, I always try to put everything that I can think of in the description box. I try to put it there with the links. So if you are interested in anything from any of the videos, you can go to tikasgardens.com, or you can go to the description box to see if the link is there. The link for the website will be in the description box always. So that is an exciting announcement I wanted to make. And I also wanted to say that this year we hit 1,000 subscribers just a few weeks ago. As of this morning, it's like 1,088. So I want to thank all of the new subscribers and all of you who have been with me from the beginning, and all of you who aren't subscribed but watch regularly. Keep watching and gardening with me. Share the videos with your friends and stuff like that, because I love getting the comments and suggestions and hearing people tell me what they're doing in their gardens. I love communicating with you guys, and the website will be a way for me to give you any news and information as well. But I just wanted to make that announcement so that you can go over to the website. You'll find the latest videos there as well. And again, everything that's in the videos, or even if it's not highlighted, but you just see it, it's going to be in the website there for you to be able to shop for it if you'd like. So again, thank you guys for getting me to 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate you all so much. So now on with today's video. Hey guys, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I'm Taffany, and I'm here in my courtyard garden because I am going to be planting some junipers. I'm going to start mainly working with these beds over here. You can probably kind of see one of the junipers there and one there. But I'm going to be working with that side of the courtyard garden for right now. I'm going to try to get these two beds planted up first with their shrubs and their flowers and everything. And then I'll focus on these beds back here after I kind of know what we're going to do with our garage. You probably saw the video where I put my plans for what I wanted to do in this space. And I wanted to get two skinny, narrow junipers for this bed here, the one back there, and the places over here up against the garage. But what I decided to do, and I'm trying because I'm back here and it's like the sun is just right above me. But what I decided to do is, because the long border here behind me already has junipers and it also has the sunshine ligustrums, I thought I would continue at least along the fencing with blue point junipers. So, you can see along here we've got these blue point junipers the sunshine ligustrums in the middle. I'm not going to do the sunshine ligustrums back here in the courtyard garden. I'm just going to do the blue point junipers. And the thing with blue point junipers is that they grow 10 to 12 feet tall and 6 to 8 feet wide. So when these grow here, they will be touching the sunshine ligustrum. So the goal is that there's going to be a tightly packed a wall up against our fence over there. Here we're not going to do that because of positioning of sprinklers and stuff and tree roots. But that juniper, once it's mature, will fill out enough of this bed that we won't need two skinny junipers. But we definitely will need that up against the garage here, because we don't want big, large junipers up against the garage. They're, flanking what I hope will be windows on these walls and things like that. I'll stick that idea that I discussed with you guys up in the video somewhere along the way as I'm talking, so you'll be refreshed on what my original plan was. Obviously, things are gonna have to be rethought just a little, because this was fully shaded, but now that the tree that used to be in my neighbor's yard directly in front of me is gone, you can see there's a lot more sun back here. So that means this summer I'm going to have to pay attention to how much sun it gets, because one of the main reasons I put the spinach back here was because of the shade. So we're going to see how much sun it gets, but the junipers will do fine whether it's sun or shade. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you where I plan on placing them. And then, we'll talk about what we're going to do around it. All right. Hey, pretty Tika. Miss Tika's out here with me as always, but I have stepped back to the garage door to give you a bigger picture of this bed in front of me, and you will probably get some sun glare because of the angle of the sun, so sorry about that. I can't do anything about it, but you can see where I have placed the juniper. And of course the spinach is around the front of it, and there's a plane coming in. Hang on. As you remember, we're near a private airport, so, it can be busy during the day with flights coming in and going. But anyway, I have the blue point juniper centered with the thought in mind that it will eventually fill in that whole back area with its width. And, of course, the height will take it over the fence and give a nice green wall there. And then we've got the spinach, as I said, along the front. That will be mixed with flowers along its front as well. And then the outer edge is where I want like an evergreen edging, which I guess I may end up having to go with boxwoods. We'll see. But we're going to work on this bed and this bed. This is the second blue point juniper, and I'm trying to get out of the direct glare of the sun. And let me step back so you can get a full view of this bed. And there were 4 spinach in this bed. When they cleaned out my leaves, I think they accidentally pulled one up while they were raking. So it is no longer there, but we still have 3. And I'm going to have this blue point juniper here, which again, once it's mature, will fill in that whole back area for the most part. So it will stay consistent along this fence with these junipers, as well as the junipers that you saw behind me when we were over here talking about the long border. So I was originally, like I said, really thinking about the 2 like skyrocket junipers, which get about 2 feet wide and 6 to 8 feet tall. But I just decided, what if I continue the blue points along the back wall or back fencing here, and then do the skinny skyrocket junipers along the garage. And then, of course, if you noticed in the plan, there's more airplanes. It's a flight lesson, I believe. Anyway, if you remember in the plans, I was going to do 2 junipers in here, skinny, but instead I went with the camellia, which one I already had, and I put it there. And when I did the plan, you will notice in the plan that the pile of wood was still here. At that point, I had no plans of doing anything with the wood, but once we discovered a lot of it was rotted, we, broke down the rotted pieces, kept the good ones, and I was able to make a bed to duplicate this one. So I got another camellia. So instead of the skinny, narrow junipers, I did go with these evergreen camellias, which will give us blooms from around November to January. So that is what I'm going to do back here. So we're slowly filling things in. And of course, we've got the help of Tika. Oh, and a bee right in my face. All right. So anyway, guys, let's finish up this line of shrubs along the fence. Let's get these junipers in and get that done for the day. Well, guys, I have the Blue Point junipers in the ground and they look very good. I'm so happy to have this part done and to have this evergreen interest in the garden. And I think it was a good decision to go ahead and keep the same kind of shrub going all along the back fence, even though this is a separate part of the garden. Really, honestly, I could have gone with the two skinnier junipers or this one. Either way, I think it's going to look good. And having the spinach along with some flowers and color all along the front of it, and then evergreens along the outer edge to mark each bed is going to be so pretty. But look at it from this long, distance away shot. It's just finally, like some substance back here, something that's heavy and weighty to start really making this space feel like it's somewhat filled in. And again, this side we are going to get to once we take care of the garage, because I don't want the shrubs to be in the way or flowers or anything. But this side looks good, and we're going to continue to work in these two beds to get them filled up and vibrant and colorful. And it matches the long border. So that's very nice. I'm glad I went with this. It's beautiful. Just panning this long border and then looking down at that. I like it. I like it. So guys, tell me what you think about choosing the Blue Point junipers versus the skinny, narrow junipers. But anyway, I'm going to call it quits for today. It's noisy, and we'll get back to it later or tomorrow. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.